Welcome to the episode of Bleav in Falcons. I'm Ovie Mughelli, your host, co-host Michael Turner. I am in the craziest lighting ever because my beard, only the white hairs are showing. I tell myself I'm not 45, but Michael, I look like I'm 65. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's
you're trying to be a silver fox, man.
I don't know. I tell myself I'm not going to dye my beard. We got teammates. I won't call them out, but you can probably tell who's doing it. Guys our age are going full Beijing, and I would call you out, Michael, but you say you don't use no Beijing and all that's natural. I mean, you're 43, right?
I'm 43, yeah.
43, and you had no gray hair. Yeah, like
I have gray hair. I have grays.
No, but
yours is popping today. Yours,
your gray hair is popping.
Yeah, your gray hair is popping today.
I don't know what it is, man. I'm realizing that I'm old, and it's not stopping. Father Time is undefeated. And he's staying undefeated in my life, which is fine. I like getting older. But hopefully these Falcons can use the youth that they have in the draft to have some good things happen. A lot of back and forth with the OTAs and the mini camps and the rookie camps. All that's over. They got a little time to rest now. And there's a lot to talk about as far as what we saw and what we think is going to happen with the Falcon season. People are kind of excited. It's unfortunate, but they're always going to be excited. I think the fans' job is to be excited and to look at all the positive things you can pull out. Because right now, we're undefeated, baby. We are undefeated. Sky's the limit. We can do anything we want. The Falcons are going to the Super Bowl like they've been going every single year. But no, there actually are some things to get excited about. And we were talking about some of the most intriguing storylines or players or even position groups that are going down after this training or after this mini camp OTA season. What is on Michael Turner's mind as far as things that stood out to him or players or groups for our Falcons?
Well, I actually went to Flowery Branch and I actually watched the practice earlier.
Oh, really? Okay.
During the OTA season.
All right.
So I got to get up close and personal with the guys and actually get to see them and get to see how they work and how practice has been going and everything and the attitude of the team. And I think they really ready to move forward from last season. Last season left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
It did.
But this year it seems more calm, cool, collected. This is Raheem's second year as being a head coach. So that's going to put more familiarity with what he wants as far as how his team wants to look. How he want his team to look. All right. And I'm pretty excited. And I got some guys that I'm going to be looking out for. I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but
I probably won't.
I'm gonna start with number 5. I'm gonna start with number 5, and just to we both running backs.
Yep.
And I don't want to always talk about running backs, but it's hard not to talk about running backs when we got 2 great running backs.
We do.
With Tyler Allgeier and Bijan Robinson. They're coming in at number 5 on my most on my watch list. Yeah, most intriguing watch list. Because Bijan, great. Can't say enough about Bijan, right? But last year I didn't like the way Tyler was used. I think he should be used more than what he was used last year. Now, and that saves Bijan too. That actually get those carries off Bijan. Use them as a true 1-2 tandem. Coming into this season where Michael Penix has his second year on the team and first year really being a starter. A running back is a quarterback's best friend.
It is.
A run game. We have a good solid run game and some guys that's dynamic out the backfield. That's what I'm looking forward to, using them more to ease the pressure off Michael Penix.
But you say that, Michael, but it's a weird dichotomy because a running back is a quarterback's best friend, or running game is the quarterback's best friend. But as that running back, you talked about Bijan Allgeier. You want to see Tyler Allgeier used more. Bijan's the star. Bijan has all of the the hype around him. Bijan is the one in the NFL top 100.
Yeah,
they want to make Bijan the guy. They want to make Bijan Saquon Barkley. Now I'm actually with you. I feel like Tyler Allgeier needs to get some burn. But if they didn't do it last year, what makes you think they're going to do it this year? Because they're trying to make him an all-down back, even though I think that as strong as Bijan is for his size, he's never going to be able to have the impact that Tyler Allgeier has going between those tackles. I just don't think he's built to be able to have those tough yards be one. So he could prove me wrong, but Tyler Allgeier is waiting in the wings, and it's a hard thing. And I was a fullback. I really didn't have any competition. It was me and whoever's gonna back me up, because fullbacks don't have 2, 3, 4 fullbacks. But in tailback rooms, you guys gotta share the ball. But tell the truth. If you could play first, second, and third down and be the guy, kind of like how Saquon is, would you rather do that, or would you rather be running back by committee? Because a lot of running backs, like you say,
you're right. I'm not really asking for running back by committee by any means. Tyler is the star. I mean, Bijan is the star. We know that for sure. We know that for sure. We put a pin in that. I'm not saying Tyler should take over carries like that, but he should be used more. He had 1,000 yards his rookie year.
I know. It hasn't had 1,000 yards since. It hasn't had it since. That's got to be a rough feeling.
Got to give him a chance, though. Got to give him a chance. It wasn't like he was a bad back and we picked up Bijan later on to like, because we
make up for his incompetence.
You're right. No, he was a good player. He was a good player, or is a good player. Not was, is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to use him while we still got him, and it's going to help. It's going to help Bijan. Remember, I've been in the same situation in San Diego with LT. So yeah, LT was the man, but they used me to take some of those hits off LT. So that's all I'm saying. Use him more. I wanted to be used more in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't get used enough. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here, guys.
So I know how Tyler's feeling. I know how Tyler's feeling right now.
I got you. Who's number 4?
Number 4. Let me go to my list. Hold on. The secondary.
Ooh.
The secondary. Can Bates repeat what he did last year? He was a dynamic player last year.
He was.
Can he repeat that?
Yes, but go ahead.
Was that a fluke? No, or not? Or I don't know. AJ Terrell. With can we get him to Pro Bowl status?
There's some saying that AJ Terrell had a down year compared to what AJ Terrell's done in his career. They said last year wasn't one of his best years. And I don't know if that's injury, I don't know if that's new scheme, but that's a fair statement. And I think players are harder on themselves than even the critics. We may hear it, but the real players, the ones who are professionals, who are mature, they're not like, oh man, they say stuff about me here and there, that the news media is on me. No, they're actually the ones that are so self-critical. They want to have perfect plays. They want to, make every play, make every big moment to show up. And AJ knows that it wasn't his best season last year. So I'm sure that he's trying to get back in the lab and come out there and be the guy we all know he can be.
Right. You know what I'm saying, man? And it's going to lead to, I'm going to talk about AJ later on. All right. Because my list involves AJ.
Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun. Sorry. You said secondary. You said AJ.
You didn't jump the gun. You're right on point. But yeah. I would like to see the secondary, see what we do with that. And we added some pieces in the offseason. So we're gonna see the development of the secondary, see if we can get some interceptions, man. We need some turnovers, man. We need turnovers. Yeah. We haven't had any really that many turnovers last year. So the defense gotta be ramped up, man, and get some turnovers, man.
No, speaking of turnovers, Xavier Watts, our rookie, our safety, he's a turnover machine. Like, he's a playmaker, and I love the fact that he's going to get mentored by Jesse the Bates. Xavier Watts is just, you watch his college film, and we all know you can't guarantee what happened in college, what happened in the pros, because the level of play where it jumps is huge. It's crazy, but it's a good foundational start that he has if you watch his body of work and you realize that he's going to go into a secondary and a team and have a mentor that can just take that and make it bigger, make it better. So I'm hoping that we got the pieces now to where our secondary can be as solid as we need it to be.
Yeah. I want to see them go to a next level. Because they played solid last year. We've seen some big clips out of them. But I want to go to the next level this year coming up.
It's time.
It's time for AJ. I want AJ to finally get his pick 6. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. Now, number 3, my man Kyle Pitts.
Oh man, they are. He's about to be traded according to the blogs and TMZ. And you ask any Falcons, a fan, Kyle Pitts is getting traded. How about there's a 3-team trade that's supposedly being talked about, and I don't know if whispers are true or false, but what you got to say about Kyle Pitts? Because there are a lot of thoughts on Kyle.
I still got hope for him. I still got hope for him. We hold on to him. We're not trading him. And I think it's going to be a year that he's going to bounce back and be kind of like a comeback player of the year type player, somebody that can really bounce back. We got Michael Penix, a consistent quarterback that was going to give him the football. And I Bleav, like, I don't Bleav he forgot how to play football. That rookie season, that flash that we've seen, we haven't seen it since because of injuries. But this year, no excuse. You know, you coming in healthy. That knee should be ready to go, prime ready to go. Let's get it going. Let's get Kyle Pitts back to the Pro Bowl.
I like it. Actually, I did an interview on 90% of the Game earlier this week about Kyle Pitts and should we trade him, should we keep him? I said the same thing you did. I was like, I do not want to see us be the New York Giants and give our Saquon Barkley to the Eagles and Kyle Pitts go somewhere and blossom, balls out, get some quarterback, get some coaching, get somebody to Bleav in him. And he's like, oh, y'all thought that rookie year was just a fluke? Y'all thought I just made up those yards?
No.
He has that talent. And if that's deep within him, and after 2, 3, 4 years of veteran experience, it's hard to Bleav that he can't meet that level or exceed it. So he can. It just needs the right, the right system, the right environment, the right coaching, the right mentors. And at some point, he's got to want it for himself more than anybody else. And just seeing some of his interviews, he's got a little different swag, a little different way he walks and talks. And I could be trying to project this because I want this for him, but I feel like he understands. And as somebody, you as well, during your contract year, when you're in that year where it's like put up or shut up, and everybody's going to be picking you or paying you based on what you do, you seem to come at the offseason, come at the season a little bit differently because you realize that all that playing around year 1, 2, 3, 4, it's contract year. And I can change my life and my family's life for generations if I go all out now. That's how I was looking at it. And it makes guys play at their best. I'm hoping Kyle Pitts plays at his best and shows Falcons fans, what they could have had this whole time.
Right. He's getting talked about a lot.
A lot. I'm actually kind of scared that he's going to get taken away. I feel like they might, because somebody's going to see him, know that we are right on the fence, hoping he does good, but realizing that the truth of the matter is, past actions are a great, representation of future actions. And so therefore, if somebody gives us a couple of first-round picks or a big trade, we might take it. And I don't want that to happen because I feel like Kyle Pitts deserves to stay in Atlanta and have one more year to show us what he can do.
Yeah, I hope there's not one of those situations where a guy needs a change of scenery for him to have a resurgence in his career. I hope he can do it right here in Atlanta.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Who's two?
Two combination. We spent 2 first-round picks on pass rush.
We did.
So we got to talk about these guys.
Got to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
And Pearce Jr.
Mm-hmm. Jalon Walker,
dynamic player out of Georgia. To hopefully bring that impact, that same fire that he had in Georgia, to come to Atlanta and be an impact player right away. But I'm hearing about Pearce Jr., man, that he's been catching a lot of buzz lately. Like the coach has been impressed by him and what he's been doing in camp. So
absolutely,
we spent 2 first-round draft picks on pass rush. We got what the fans wanted, right?
Yes.
So we got what the fans wanted, and this is going to help AJ Terrell. This is what I was talking about. The reason why AJ Terrell probably wasn't as great, or I don't say not as great, but hasn't been getting turnovers like that, hasn't been a ball hawk like that, because pass rush helps the secondary.
Yeah.
So the more pressure on the quarterback, the quicker they get the ball out. Maybe they'll make some mistakes and help our secondary out, give some quick turnovers, and and play some Falcon football, man, flying around and being fast and potent like that. And we need that it starts with up front, being on the edge, get those guys going after it.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. And I love the fact that Jalon Walker, it's hard to find anything bad about Jalon Walker. It's hard to find anything bad about Pearce. But there are a couple of people, saying that can Pearce be able to keep his nose clean? Like supposedly, they talk about, rough around the edges, maybe some off the field issues. I say we need somebody a little crazy. We need somebody who got a little screws. I feel like Michael Turner, me, you, and everybody on that offensive meeting room knows that our crazy guy was Harvey Dahl. Harvey Dahl had a screw loose. Harvey Dahl wasn't quite right, but that's what made our offense scary. That's what made our O-line scary. Like him and Tyson, those two guys were just they I don't know, very smart football IQ, intelligent guys, well mannered, but on that field, we're crazy. We're madmen. And I feel like Pearce, supposedly being a little bit off, a little bit crazy, a little bit different. I like the unpredictability, if that's even a word. I like the fact that he's a wild card of sorts, and that he fell to us. Not even fell to us, we came got him, but we got him because he fell in the draft because of supposed outside issues. All that's gone when football starts. When he gets on the field and he's going to play for his teammates, play for his brothers, play for his city, I feel like all that matters is that he gets that quarterback. And from what I've seen, you were at OTAs. I wasn't there, but I saw all the comments and the reviews. Like you mentioned, people are really excited about Jalon Walker and about James Pearce. They're excited about what these guys can do, can bring to the Falcons defense as far as the energy and as far as the production, because we can hoot and holler about what we want to do, what we should do, what we can do. Are we going to finally get from the bottom barrel basement of the league when it comes to sacking the quarterback? Can we finally get out of that cellar? It's embarrassing when, as a GM, as a defense, as a coaching staff, you try to address a need every year. It don't work. You bring Judon, it don't work. You bring over Ray Edwards, it don't work. You bring over anybody you think, it don't work. You drafting guys, it don't work. Our closest to working was Vic Beasley, who had a resurgence. Oh, Vic Beasley, then second year he didn't work. So we're trying to find some consistent power players for our defense. And I really think these two guys could be it.
And I like the aggressiveness with the Falcons who trading up for Pearce. So we traded up for him. So now, we're looking to get something.
It gotta work. It gotta happen. Like everybody say, Fontenot gave up too much. Fontenot is concerned that he may not be here if he don't make it happen this year. I don't think Raheem and Fontenot on the hot seat, but shoot. What if you don't be lately is how the fans and everybody thinks. And so if we can pair our amazing quarterback with some dogs at the defensive front, we're solving two of our biggest issues and making ourselves a contender once again, because we were a contender even without a defensive line that was sacking the quarterback consistently. We had, when Kirk Cousins was balling and doing his thing and he was out there, dancing, we was it. Like, remember those days? I felt so good about us, and I was just like, we could probably rewind and go back to some episodes where we were like, Super Bowl. Actually, we were. Lorenzo Neal probably going to find us and get that dinner that we owe him, because we were like, Super Bowl's happening. Kirk Cousins out there balling 500 yards. And we were doing all that without a pass rush. If we get a pass rush and Penix can duplicate what Kirk did, we'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, hopefully another aspect of it, hopefully these guys feed off each other, push each other. Yeah, because we don't know which one of y'all is going to be the guy.
Yes.
We hope both of y'all can be the guys, on each end. But we took two shots at it to get the pass rush correct. So
we got two quarterbacks last year. We got two defensive ends this year.
So one of y'all better pan out. So so hopefully that helps the offense. Get the ball back to the offense, and that leads to my number one player of the offseason for the Atlanta Falcons. It has to be Michael Penix Jr.
Yes,
because it's his team now.
Yep,
and he's coming into the season knowing that it's his team. See, last year was different. Last year he was going to be a backup, so he got kind of eased into being an NFL quarterback probably. But this year, no, this is your team now. It's your time to shine. You step up and play ball. And plus, he had a nice rookie class too that was showing out last year. So I know he wants to match their production, or even go be above and beyond their production last year. So I'm really looking forward to Michael Penix Jr. this year and see what he got, and see if we make the right pick in drafting Michael Penix Jr.
No, we absolutely did. And I don't know about you, Mike, but when I got drafted, I knew the name and the draft position of every fullback that went ahead of me. And I wanted to make sure that the team, the NFL knew that y'all made a mistake. I mean, I love BJ Askew. I love Jeremy, whatever his name was. And I love other fullback. I don't know, there's three of them. But it's Jeremy, it's BJ Askew, somebody. But, good guys. I was at the combine with them. But I didn't think any of them were better than me. And so I would watch their games. I love it when I would watch film and see them blocking somebody. And my goal was to be the absolute best, because I consider myself the best. So I'm sure the same thing when you got drafted, you was like, okay, they drafted him and him and him and him and him and him over me. Okay. And that motivated you. Penix, like you mentioned, he saw the guys drafted. And he's like, though my class is doing some things.
They're doing some
I
things.
can do some things too. And so he's like, if they can do it in the league, I know I can be successful in the league. So I'm excited for him to get those competitive juices flowing. And as a full-time starter from day one, show people that with the preparation and with all of the resources, the coaches, the reps, all of the stuff at his disposal, he's a cerebral guy. That's part of the reason we picked him, because he's a smart dude. He's going to use all that to make sure he puts us not only in a position to win, but doesn't put us in a position to lose. That's the thing that I feel like we're going to be in so much of a better place, because he's a guy who I feel like he won't take big chances and smart enough to say, you know what? I mean, I got something to prove, but not to the point where I'm trying to thread it through such a tight window that I'm putting us in a chance to get an interception and, we lose the whole game. So we'll see what Penix has, but he is very, very intriguing. And I think a great number one for yourself. And I mean, he's my number one. He's the city's number one. I won't say it's a question mark, but everyone wants to see the Michael Penix show. I mean, me and you were blessed to hang out with Michael Penix's family at the first annual Falcons fan cruise with Royal Caribbean. That was an amazing situation where we got to kind of hear more about him, see where he came from, understand who he was as a person. And if his family's any indication, he's a solid young man who's got some good morals and a good heart. And I think will do everything necessary to prepare himself to give us the best Penix possible.
Right. And he got thrown to the fire last year. He got thrown in, you're right. So we didn't really get a fair look at him. I would think. So this year coming in, I know he's more relaxed and reserved and ready to go this year. And it's his team now, not thrown into a middle of a playoff race. That's a lot of pressure.
It was crazy. I forgot it was a playoff race. We still almost got to the playoffs, despite the fact that we threw in a rookie quarterback that was figuring it out. We were still playoff contenders up until the last couple games.
Well, I'm glad you liking my list so far. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how coming out of OTAs. This is the story. This is our team. It's shaping up real well. I'm looking forward to training camp this year. And we'll have something for y'all in a couple weeks about training camp. But Ovie, what do you think? What are your thoughts, man?
No, I mean,
overall the list.
It's a good list. I mean, we can dive a little deeper, but this is what people are talking about. Like the average fan, they're talking about exactly what you brought up, because we need to be able to have a team that we can not only be proud of, but we need to find a way to take what we did right and build on that, and to fix some of the mistakes and some of the deficiencies that we have that are glaring. I think we've done that, and the players you mentioned are going to be a big part of that conversation. So I'm good on your list, Mike. I don't even need to have my list. Your list, I can comment on enough. That's enough for us to think about for a couple of weeks until we have our pre-training camp.
We can simmer on that for a little bit.
Let that stew and marinate.
Let us know what y'all think. Y'all post something in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. If y'all agree with the list or not. And we get at it. We'll see if I'm right or not.
Absolutely. Yeah. Y'all let us know, man. Comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Bleav in Falcons. We got something coming up for y'all for training camp. So we'll talk soon.
All right.